Hi, good evening. Welcome to Bedtime Bible Stories, where we read the stories in the Bible at bedtime, right? And we have such a great time. Please watch because these last few chapters are going to have me flipped off my fucking mind. So, feel free to check in because these stories the end of this story coming up right now is fucking gonna be a roller coaster of an experience for sure. And we're taking notes because we're gonna find out when the stories or where it's wrong in the story and where it correlates. Right now, we're on the first book of the New Testament of the Apostles, Matthew. And we've got some notes, and we're going to be taking some more notes because we got to pay attention because it's about to get dirty for sure. So please tune in the rest of the way in the next couple days because it's going to be totally awesome. Because here in the tomorrow, in the next couple hours, we're going to have Wake and Bake with the Bible and do some more. So it's going to be fun. So take your pills. Make sure you check your pills. Double check. Right? Double check. Okay. Okay. I'm assuming you check your pills. Then pack a bowl. We're still using the Mother's Day bowl. So, pack all my bowls. We'll smoke them all. It'll be great. Then, grab your smokes, right? Grab them. They gotta be near you somewhere, right? Get comfy. Hold on. Get comfy. Then, grab your bedtime beverage, your nightly reward for keeping other people alive. Because, yeah. Then, grab the most important fucking thing your coffee stirring dick on a stick. Then, let's smoke it, drink it, and read it, right? We're on Matthew. That's the first book of the New Testament. We are on chapter 22. Okay, we're getting in the meat. Are you prepared? If you need to, say a prayer because it's about to get good. Okay, Matthew 22. Once more, Jesus spoke to them in parables, saying, the kingdom of heaven may be compared to a king who gave a wedding banquet for his son. He sent his slaves to call those who had been invited to the wedding, but they didn't want to come. Again, he sent other slaves, saying, tell those who have been invited, I have prepared my dinner. My oxen, my fat calves have been slaughtered. Everything is ready. Come to the wedding banquet. And they made light of it and went away, one to his farm, another to his business. So they were like, fuck it, this guy. Right. While the rest seized his slaves, mistreated, and killed them. The king was enraged. He sent his troops destroyed those murderers and burnt their city. Then he said to his slaves, "The wedding is ready, but those invited were not worthy. Go therefore into the main streets, invite everyone you find to the banquet." And the slaves went out to the streets and gathered all whom they found, with good and bad, so the wedding hall was filled with guests. But when the king came in to see the guests, he noticed a man there who was not wearing a wedding robe, and he said to him, "Friend, how did you get in here without a wedding robe?" And he was speechless. Then the king said, "Bind him hand and foot and throw him into the outer darkness, where there will be wailing, weeping, and gnashing of teeth. For many are called, but few are chosen." When the Pharisees went and plotted to entrap him and they were going to entrap him. It's against the law. So they were gonna catch him up on what he said, right? So they sent their disciples to him, along with the Herodians, saying, "Yo, capital J, we know you are sincere and teach the way of God in accordance with the truth. Show deference to no one, for you do not regard people with partiality." Look, A, capital J, listen, we know you mean well and all, but you're a fucking asshole. So listen, tell us what you think. Is it lawful to pay taxes to the emperor or not? I thought it was Caesar. Shouldn't it be Caesar? Okay, listen. I don't know. I thought it was Caesar. But Jesus, aware of their malice, said, "What the fuck is wrong with you? What? Why are you here? Why are you breathing my air?" Right? "Show me the coin used for the tax." And they gave him the coin. And he said, "Whose head is on this? Whose name is it in?" And they was like, "Caesar." And then he said, "Give to Caesar what is Caesar's, and give to God what is God's." When they heard this, they were amazed, and they left him and went away. Listen, these guys, this guy, these guys, listen. I don't like these people. Listen, I was talking to my dad, because my dad calls me at 9 o'clock every day to tell me to take my pills. My dad called me racist. And I said, "No, I'm not. I have a principled reason on why I don't like these people. They made God cry." Like, I'm sorry, but I cannot forgive them for that. And if I go to hell for that, I hope God would ask me why before he condemned me. But I'm pretty sure that's what it says, right? God makes you account for all you say. So that's what I'm going to tell him. Anyway, the same day, some Sadducees came to him saying, "There is no resurrection, and they asked him a question. These guys, these guys. After this chapter, I'm gonna need a cigarette. Okay. So, they said, it came to saying, there is no resurrection. And they said, Teacher Moses said, if a man dies childless, his brother shall marry the widow and raise up children for his brother. This story. Listen, it's my favorite fucking story. It's so funny. Listen, God has no chill in the story of the evil man that died and his brother nutted on the floor. It's in the New Testament. I don't know. But there's a song written about him called Onan the Great. I don't know. It's a comedy song. But anyway, it's my favorite story. Besides the Songs of Solomon, that is my favorite book. But that Onan story is just so fucking funny. God has no chill. Anyway, I'm sorry, sidetrack. Nikki, shut the fuck up. I'm shutting up. Listen. Okay. So, now, there were 7 brothers among us. The first married and died childless, leaving the widow to his brother. The second and the third, last of all, the woman died herself. In the resurrection, then, whose wife of the 7 will she be? All of them married her. And then Jesus is like, no, you guys are dead wrong. Because neither the scriptures nor the power of God. For in the resurrection, they neither marry nor are given in marriage, but are like angels in heaven. Okay, they're like angels in heaven. So you're not exactly an angel? Listen, I'm totally okay with that. Did I ever tell you guys what happened to me when I was in the coma? Listen, I'll tell you. I was in a wood house with a dirt floor, and I was drawn on the floor with a stick. The door opened, and a man came in, and I looked at him, and I said, "It's you. Can I have a hug?" And I hugged him, and then I woke up from the coma like nothing, right? Nothing is wrong with me. So, I don't know. There were other people there, but I think that was Jesus. I think it was Jesus anyway. Other things happened also, but I think those are secret things. But Jesus was definitely with me in the coma. Yep, he gave me a hug. Anyway, so they'll be like angels in heaven. As far as the resurrection, have you not read what was said to you by God? Probably when he lived with you motherfuckers. I am the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. He is God, not of the dead, but of the living. Assholes, you guys, listen. These guys, I can't take it. And when the crowd heard it, they were astounded at his teaching. They was like, the fuck. When the Pharisees heard it, they had their feel bads hurt and they needed to go change their maxi pad. And they all got together, and one of them, a lawyer, so he's word magic expert, asked him a question to test him. He said, "Which commandment in the law is the greatest?" And he said to him, "You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, and all your mind." Why does everybody leave that out? I've never heard that before, except for the first time I read this. Right? Nobody ever says this. This is important. Because your mind is important. See? That means something. I don't know. They should be teaching people how to love God with your mind. I think that's the whole point of the New Testament. Anyway, do you hear these dickheads back here? They're arguing. Hold on. Captain! Here. It's Lucky, by the way, not Captain. Okay. This is the greatest. And first commandment. And the second is like it. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. I don't know. Now, while the Pharisees were gathered together, Jesus asked them this question: "What do you think of the Messiah? Whose son is he?" And they said, "The son of David." Which I gotta say something about that. Joseph is the son of David. Jesus is half God. Mary, we find out in a little bit, is from the tribe of Levi. So I don't exactly know how Jesus is the son of David when it's Joseph that's from the line of David. But okay, I don't know. And God, don't strike me dead. I'm just wondering, okay? All right, big guy? All right. All right. Thanks, big guy. Listen, God's cool with me. Okay. And he said to them, "How is it then that David by the Spirit calls him Lord, saying," this is why he's not the son of David. Okay. So maybe he is not the son of David. Okay, listen. Jesus is telling them what's up. It said, "How is it written then that David by the Spirit calls him Lord, saying, 'The Lord said to my Lord, sit at my right hand until I put your enemies under your feet'? If David thus calls him Lord, how can he be his son?" No one was able to give him an answer, nor from that day did anyone ask him any more questions. Okay, so even Jesus is saying, "I'm not the son of David." I'm David's Mac Daddy of the Mac Daddies. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay, I'm just kidding. Listen, something happened. Alright. Oh, man. I'm kind of doing a good job, I guess. Anyway, press press pause right here. Go grab some coffee. Right. Pack your bowl. No, pack my bowls. One of these up here. And then smoke a cigarette real quick. And then when you get back, I will be right here. Okay, we're back. Look, check down there if you press like or thumbs up, whatever. Make sure you subscribe. And if you know people that don't have a stick up their ass and might want to hear Das Bible in a different way, never heard before, you know, somebody who's also insane is trying to learn what happened, you know, share my video with them and tell them, man, I read it as I'm talking about it, and I do talk a lot of shit, and people call it naming the Jew. I do that also. But I have to say, I'm not exactly sure why other people hate them. I just want to say that. I mean, I kind of get it, right? But I don't know the inner workings of that shit. Not a conspiracy channel. So I don't know a lot of that. I just don't like them because they made God cry. So if you have people that might be interested, please tell them to subscribe and make sure you press play. Okay. Oh, Nikki, you need a coupon. I don't need a coupon. Okay. Then Jesus said to the crowds and to his disciples, the scribes and the Pharisees sit on Moses' seat. Hold on. He said, the scribes and Pharisees sit on Moses' seat. Therefore, do whatever they teach you and follow it, but do not do as they do, for they do not practice what they teach. I don't know if I'm teaching anything, and I don't know if I'm practicing anything. I'm just reading I'm reading Das Bible and giving my questions and what I think it says, and I smoke my bowl. So I don't know if I'm teaching anything, but you know, I don't know. Okay. They tie up heavy burdens, hard to bear, and lay them on the shoulders of others, but they themselves are unwilling to lift a finger to move them. $2 to a food bank church, right? And I've said in other videos, Mr. Donald Trump, if you happen to watch my ghetto ass video, the billionaire version of $2 to a church, but do not do it in your name. Promise to God, do not do it in your name. Or or a church that's doing a good job, send your homies to rebuild it or whatever and make them a food bank church, right? Something like that. Mr. Donald Trump, you should do that. And the others, $2 to a church, any church. And they do all their deeds to be seen by others. Yes, yes, do it in secret. Oh my God, don't tell people you're doing it. For they make their Is this nose? Is this the hooked you nose? All right, why don't we look it up? Hold on. Okay, let's look it up. I don't know what this means. I should know what this means, right? A small. Oh, this. Duh. I looked this up last time. It's that fucking snake thing they keep on their heads when they do their devil worshipping thing. It's that thing that they keep on their heads. No duh.
Phylactery.
Phylactery. Duh. Is the thing they keep on their heads. I'm retarded. Okay. So, they make their phylacteries broad and their fringes long. Right, so they make up rules and then ways for them to break them. Is that what that means? They love to have the place of honor at banquets and the best seats in the synagogues. Yeah, you can't trust the church. No, because they're that way too. Yep. And to be greeted with respect in the marketplaces and to have people call them rabbi. I don't know if. No, you know what? Yeah, because the pastors and the preachers want to be known by everybody. But you are not to be called rabbi, for you have one teacher, and you are all students. Ooh, I bet this hurt the feel-bads. No one of your father on and call. Oh, and call no one your father on earth, for you have one Father, the one in heaven. Nor are you to be called instructors, for you have one instructor, the Messiah. The greatest among you will be your servant. All who exalt themselves will be humbled, and all who humble themselves will be exalted. Do you think this right here is why the Pope kissed those guys' feet? Just want to know. But woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! Oh, this can be so long, by the way. For you lock the people out of the kingdom of heaven. For you do not go in yourselves. When others are going in, you stop them. Oh, like, excuse me. I'm a God guy. Oh, look, it's missing chapter 14. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, oh, you assholes. For you cross sea and land to make a single convert, and you make the new convert twice as much a child of hell as yourselves. Yeah, you fucking devil worshippers. Yeah, fuck you. I don't know what that was. Woe to you, blind guys, who say, whoever swears by the sanctuary is bound by nothing, but whoever swears by the gold of the sanctuary is bound by the oath. Listen, you guys are assholes. For which is greater, the gold or the sanctuary that has made the gold sacred? And you say, whoever swears by the altar is bound by nothing, but whoever swears by the gift that is on the altar is bound by the oath. You say, whoever swears by the altar is bound by nothing, but whoever swears by the gift that is on the altar is bound by oath. How blind you are! For which is greater, the gift or the altar that makes the gift sacred? So whoever swears by the altar swears by it and everything on it. And whoever swears by the sanctuary swears by it and by the one who dwells in it. And whoever swears by heaven swears by the throne of God and by the one who is seated on it. Woe to you, you fucking assholes. You tithe mint, dill, cumin, and have neglected the weightier matters of the law, justice, mercy, and faith. It is these things you ought to have practiced without neglecting the others. Yep. You blind assholes. You strain out a gnat but swallow the camel. You guys are dumb. You are dumb as hell. For you clean the outside of the cup and of the plate, but inside they are full of greed and self-indulgence. You blind Pharisee, first clean the inside of the cup, so that the outside may also become clean. I need to work on that. Woe to you, you stupid ass devil teachers. Right. For you are like whitewashed tombs, which on the outside look beautiful with your little snake hat. But inside, they are full of bones of the dead and all kinds of filth, right? So you also on the outside look righteous, but on the inside you are full of hypocrisy and lawlessness, right? Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, all you assholes! For you build the tombs of the prophets and decorate the graves of the righteous, and you say, if we had lived in the days of our ancestors, we would have not, we wouldn't have taken part with them in shedding the blood of the prophets. Yes, the fuck you would have. You would have been all up in there like, let me do it. Yeah, you would. then you would be adding shit to your religion, just like they did, just like you are. Thus, you testify against yourselves that you are descendants of those who murdered the prophets. In one of my earlier videos, I said most of these Jews are descendants of murderers. Fill up then the measure of your ancestors, you snakes, brood of vipers. You guys suck. Oh, you suck. How can you escape being sentenced to hell? Yeah, God knows you guys are snaky snakes. Therefore, I send you prophets, sages, and scribes, some of whom you will kill and crucify, some you will flog in the fucking church and pursue from town to town because, you ain't got nothing else better to do, like teach das Bible, right? So upon you may come all the righteous blood shed on earth, from the blood of righteous Abel to the blood of Zechariah, son of Berechiah. I remember that they killed that dude for no reason. Sure did. Sure did. Whom you murdered between the sanctuary and the altar. Sure did. Truly, I'm telling you, all this will come upon this generation. Yeah, God, listen, big guy, we got to talk about that. I thought that was a rule. The kids don't get punished for the dad. Like, listen, can you lift up the punishment? I don't know what those other guys did. And these guys probably don't know what those other guys did. Help, right? Hold on. All this. Okay. Jerusalem, the city that kills the prophets, and also contains Zion. But I guess they don't want to know that anyway. And that kills the prophets and stones those who are sent to it. How often have I desired to gather your children together as a hen gathers her brood under her wings, and you are not willing. See, your house is left to you, desolate, for I'm telling you, you will not see me again until you say, Baruch Shep Adonai. That's the only Jew I know. And I know that's what that means. And why not use their language against them? I'm a Gentile who knows what that means, right? I don't know. But anyways, blessed is the one who comes in the name of the Lord. Anyway, thank you for watching all the way through. It's totally awesome. We're getting to it. Anyway, thank you for watching all the way through. I love you. So, listen. Wait, did I show you what the lady said? Listen, she was trying to we were talking about something. What the fuck were we talking about? Oh, I know what we were talking about. Duh. Give me just a second. Right there. I'm retarded. Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's it. God, Jesus being nice, right? Jesus was being nice, and she made it make sense, right? There's a difference between being nice and being kind, right? Being nice is being retarded and letting people walk all over you. Being kind is setting boundaries and helping people change their ways. And there's righteous anger and unrighteous anger. Jesus was kind, but he was not nice, right? He wielded righteous anger. So that is a good explanation why Jesus is not nice. That is a good way to explain what I was trying to say. So anyway, thank you for watching. I love you and have the sweetest dreams ever.